Second apartment I had in New York, a rat popped up. And I screamed because they're not supposed to be next to your bras. So I went to the shelter to get a cat because that's where I heard they give them out free. And the shelter bitch, I'm not sure this woman's exact title. She tried to give me a cat with AIDS. Did y'all know this was a thing? I had no idea that cats were out in these streets unprotected. This woman tried to give me a cat with AIDS, talking about, don't worry, you can't catch feline AIDS the same way you get human AIDS. I'm not sure why this bitch thought I was trying to fuck a cat. Because that's the only reason that bit of information is relevant. It's not like, do I look like I fuck cats? Am I giving off a cat fucking vibe? Because that's something you want to know about yourself. You don't want to be walking around these streets looking like you fuck cats. But I was more offended that this woman thought that if I did fuck cats, that I would go to a shelter in Brooklyn to get a cat to fuck. Bitch, I'm better than you. So I told her, I was like, ma'am, I don't want the AIDS cat, which is something I never thought I'd have to tell someone. Here we were on a Tuesday, and like a good salesperson, she continues on with her pitch. She's just like, oh, I completely understand, you know, because most people have a misconception about feline AIDS. What? Bitch, no one's talking about feline AIDS. There ain't no awareness month, no march, no ribbon, no walk. You are the awareness. Like, are there other ways to catch AIDS that I'm unaware of? Like, can you get it from cuddling and rubbing bellies? Because that's all the fuck I was planning on doing with this cat. And why are you treating me like I came in here with outdated AIDS information? Like, I don't want them faggot cats. Them faggot cats be fucking each other in the ass, spreading all that AIDS. Don't let that cat use your litter box, Because you know, back in the days, that's how people thought you had AIDS. From sharing litter boxes. I didn't end up with the AIDS cat in case anybody was confused, okay? The main reason is because I have lupus, and the last thing I need is a motherfucker in my apartment upstaging my disease. I don't know if you guys know anything about lupus. Lupus, it's one of those diseases that people really don't give a shit about, okay? I know this personally because when I found out I had it, I didn't give a shit about it either. All I knew about lupus is Tony Braxton has it, and I was like, well, that bitch looks good, so we gonna be all right. Then I found out that Seal has it. Exactly. My boyfriend, he moved in recently, and I had to tell him about, you know, the lupus. Just not because there's anything, you know, you just got, in case something happens, I need him to be there to help out and all that shit. And that's when I realized that men, they really don't care if you have a disease, as long as they can still put their dick in you, like that. He was like, lupus, can I still? I was like, yeah. He was like, we gonna fight this lupus together. Get your ass a ribbon. It's the first time I've ever lived with a man before, and I wish somebody would have told me that when men move into your space, everything in your space starts to smell like balls. Like no one told me that. Like I went to wipe my face on what I thought was my towel, but then I smelled his balls. And like I know they weren't like miscellaneous balls. I was like, these are his. These are his. So I texted him. I was like, hey babes, you do know the white towel is my towel. And he wrote back, yeah. Then why does the white towel smell like your balls? No response. He's not very good at complimenting me, and I told him, I was like, you need to get better at that. So bless his heart, he was trying one day. Comes up to me, he goes, hey, you know what I think the sexiest thing about you is? And I was like, okay. What? And he's like, your ambition. Like, oh, so you think I'm fat? Because that's what I heard. Because there's no way that you see me naked every day and gonna look me in my face and tell me the sexiest thing about me is some shit you read on a motivational poster. So I said, look, next time you want to tell me something sexy about me, this is not the time to get creative, okay? What I need you to do is go outside and on the corner when you see a bunch of dudes just standing there doing absolutely nothing, just listen to what the fuck they're saying to women as they walk by. Write that shit down, record it, do what you gotta do, and just come back and spit that shit back at me, okay? Because here's the thing, I've never seen a bunch of dudes on the corner doing absolutely nothing, see an attractive woman walk by and go, hey! You see Shawty's ambition? Damn, Ma, look at you. All motivated and shit. With your fat ass. I'm happy to have a boyfriend now. I actually at one point, he told me he wouldn't date me when I had short hair. I shaved all my hair off at one point, and I decided to grow it back out because I wanted the world to know I like dick. And as I was growing it back out, I went to the hairdresser to get it kind of shaped up as it grew out. And I told the woman, I was like, hey, whatever you do, just don't cut it too short, because if you cut it too short, it's gonna spike like a little Asian boy, and that's not the look I'm going for. So what does this bitch do? She cuts it too short. So then I start to cry and curse her out at the same time, because that's who I am. And she looks at me and she goes, don't cry. You're so beautiful. You can pull anything off.